bit noisy here, and it's a little windier than I thought, so there'll be some noise pollution probably in the ride for sure. But first recorded trail ride of the season for me. Party time. I'll tell you a little bit about it before we head out. So it is listed as a green. There's some details there. I would say that it's really great for training if you are a beginner. There's a lot of off-camber here, but it's not high risk. So I say it's good training because, you know, if you move up in other trails, you're gonna have high, like, off-camber stuff with higher risk. Here, if you fall, it's gonna be just, you know, not very far. You'll probably land on grass or some dirt. It's not gonna be like cliff's edge stuff. So for the other trails in this area, there's a lot more climbing, a lot more work, also a lot more fun. I think that this is a trail that if you rode it a lot, you can get fast on it and you can do some fun stuff, but the faster you ride on it, the more high risk it is. So I'm gonna take it pretty slow today because I haven't ridden it very much and definitely haven't ridden it for a long time. So party time. The other thing is that there is, well, I mean, like, it's good for trail vision without a lot of twists and turns, but practicing trail vision, it's pretty straightforward for the most part. It's just a lot of off-camber, some roots, some cactus, so it's good practice. The other thing is you've got some options on what you want to do after, and I will get to that at the end of the video on how you want to get back up to the city because you've got some choices. Let's get it. Alright, so one key thing I forgot to mention is that whole thing is almost pedal catchers the whole way. There's like 1 or 2 spots where you might need to pedal. For the most part, you don't need to pedal, which is great because it's really difficult to do on that trail because you'll catch on that right side and then fall off your left. However, again, it's incredibly low risk. So it's great for practicing trail vision, off-camber parts. I mean, you get close to like these posts here as well, like this fence. But again, if you ran into it, nothing's going to really happen. So I mentioned that there's a couple ways you can climb back up. That's the other thing. It's really quick. It's a quick trail. It's just something for good practice. A lot of standing time. It's not very technical. It's just really good for practice. Now, you could take this trail if you wanted to elongate your ride. You can go up there, and that's going to connect you. Well, it can connect. I mean, once you get over the hill here, it can connect over to Double Bogey, which is great. So you can get into that section over there by Gun Run and the mountain bike park. The other thing you could do is you could hit the street, go by the country club, and you can actually go over and connect to a little part of Duncan's ride. It's like the last part of Duncan's ride, not the fun part, because then you have to climb. But then, if you were to do that, you could go by the river and you could just connect to 1,000 Lashes and all that stuff over there. Or you can do what I'm going to do right now, because I haven't had to do a climb back up to the city yet. And you could just take the country club road back up to the city. So the good thing is that I think it's one of the easiest climbs back up to the city that's paved. However, you do have traffic. So that's something to practice too, if you want. There's no shoulder, and sometimes these folks here like to drive pretty fast. I've never felt in danger of being hit. But yeah, it's good practice for climbing, and there's always going to be. I've never climbed back up here, no matter what trail I've done to get down, and not had cars pass. But it's a pretty quick climb back up to the city. But you know, you've got at least 3 options. I mean, you could also just ride it back up if you wanted to, or you could take one of the Golfing Ballerina over there. I don't remember what the other trails are that are named over there on that side, but I mean, you could if you wanted to. Anyway, that is party time, and